Hi guys, FrostFangs here, finally back with another Paladins video, playing some Omen today with the more standard sort of way that I pick him up, even though I did Umbral Lance recently. It's a set that I think is more for other people, and less for me. I tend to go for the other two. These servers have been absolutely cooked, pretty much obliterated though for the past few days, at least in EU. I think some other regions are still having problems. I'm not sure if it's even properly fixed for EU, but today was the first day I was actually able to finish a match without it just giving me back to the main menu. The problem that has been going on for a while now. The servers are still not perfect, it's Paladins, but it's at least playable to the point of me being able to make a video. A quick intro, quick cues, jump straight into game one. Siege, Frog Owl, Strix, Vivian, Victor, and Furia, just full damage blasting. I'm not really going to explain Omen and the differences or anything because I did that in the last video, but he is definitely better after the changes, at least with the way that I'm playing him today with the standard sort of thing without Umbral. It does feel better. The weapon feels really good. I'm not going to get into the details about the server stuff because one, I'm not actually sure if it's fixed everywhere just yet. I'm not sure if it's just EU that's better and NA is now having problems instead, or what the actual problem is to really give you any sort of input. But when they post about it on social media or something, I'll let you know when the actual conclusion is or whatever. But hopefully everything just goes fine. I'm not sure if it actually is fully fixed. Nocturnal, Burn Monster, Opportunity Kills, Cherish, Nocturnal, Spirit Chosen, Hurl, Yomi, and Temporal Divide. We're starting off with Haven. The servers are definitely still very, very jank with just the ping bouncing around all the time. But that was kind of a problem before. It just feels a little bit worse now. I imagine because more people are playing because it seems to be fixed, but yeah, team comp here, we've got a Furious Solar Healer, which is already kind of tough. RIP to the Strix, but we don't have a tank either. The team we've got is kind of interesting. Can we throw the Zin off? Yeah, there we go. Nice. I'll take that. That's good enough for, yeah, whatever I was trying to do. That's a banish from the Atlas, but yeah, the team comp's kind of crazy. Can we throw the Zin off again? No, he's going to spin out of it. There goes the Atlas. Sure, I do have the ulti here. Strix is really, really pushing in. I guess we try and finish him off. I don't really know what I'm doing. He's gone. Yeah, we've got a team comp that could definitely win it, but I don't feel like we're really at an advantage to do that compared to Dredge, Damper, Atlas, Zin, and yeah, just rest of the team comp. That's a Victoral. Okay, get rid of the Strix, bit of a flank. I feel like I play Omen a lot more like a flank these days than I used to, and I think this setup really kind of lends itself to it. Let's push on the Damper here. Can we get rid of him? Grip, finish him off. There we go. It's probably not the play, but it just works for me for some reason. Sometimes I can usually get like one, sometimes two, but when I go for Umbral, it doesn't really make sense. But when you're going for this sort of setup, you really can sort of get in, do the whole combo, and hopefully get rid of somebody. Yeah. Don't know what I'm even trying to say. My brain is just fried in this game. Only thing I can really consider this one is a warm-up, but at least now I know the games aren't going to crash because this wouldn't have been possible like literally 2 days ago. Again, I don't know if it's still going on in other servers, but on EU it seems to be fine that I can at least play. We got rid of a dam, but I don't even know where I am. I'm spamming Q to see if I can get a grip on somebody. I guess we grip the Zin. There is the defeat. Don't know if it's going to show in the video, but I'll re-queue, jump into game 2. But yeah, Paladins constantly feels like it's trying to crash. When the game ended there, it started for a little bit. During the big team fights, it's kind of stuttering and freezing and just being kind of weird. Don't know if it's just a me thing, but yeah, so at least I'm able to actually finish a game now. We'll jump into that second one. Stats are on screen for if you're interested. Scrap Omen, run it again. We've got Payload back. Yeah, Frostbite Cavern, nice. There were the teams Sphere, Caspian, Khan, Zin, and Corvus. Much more normal versus Vivian. Emoji, who's of course a healer, Amani, Maeve, and then Vora. Let's go for Everyone Dies in this one. Let's try it. Although Maeve, there's a bit of a combo on it. You can definitely sort of burst people. And again, like I said, I usually play him like a flanker. Don't really think it makes more sense to go kind of like, you know, offensive in this one, trying to play like a flanker just because of the team comp we've got. We've already got 2 flankers and a Corvus and stuff. So that's why I went for armor plating. I'm going to try and play more defensively, but I do really like Omen at the moment with this way of playing him. It works very well. Even though I think Umbral Lance will be the default, I really like the ability to change the weapon into like a shotgun. Shots here on the Vora. She's just gone. His damage output feels really, really good. It's just more consistent. It didn't feel consistent with Umbral Lance. I didn't really like it, like I said in that video, but with this one, being able to sort of spam like that and get a little bit more consistent damage than before, sometimes it felt like you were hitting for nothing. At the moment, it actually feels like it works quite well, and you don't need to sort of follow it down. You can just spam it. I don't know if their Maeve is here. That play was also terrible for me, but we're kind of making this push sort of fast. Grab there on the emoji. I'm nearly dead. We've got a bit of self-heal there from the grip, which is why I try and use it a little bit more than normal. Servers are very cooked, as you sort of saw there, but now you can push up, be super aggressive like that, and use the weapon as more of a shotgun. Don't really know what this game is, but yeah, Omen obviously feels very similar to before, just a little bit better, a little bit more consistent. Sort of similar to what I would say with generals, even though I don't know if everybody likes the generals change. I think most people sort of fine with it, especially with binary style being kind of an option. That will probably be the next video, will be binary style generals, which is very similar to Omen. Sort of if I want to go like play Omen, but with a little bit of a healer side effect. The servers are so cooked. They're at least working, but the lag is kind of crazy. I don't really know what's going on. I might be dead here. Do I go for like an ult? Yeah, sure. Grab and throw in it. She jumped in it herself. What am I doing? We'll dash across. The healing here is kind of crazy. My accuracy, not so much, but kind of feels like you can get away without holding it down as much, just because when you get above 50%, you get the full damage, and it feels like you can be kind of in the middle of that meter and get a ton of really good damage on them. That right click just didn't work. Can I get rid of this Amani? Not with the emoji healing, and that just isn't going to happen. I should probably try and get rid of the dragon instead. The whole team is gone. Don't know how I'm not dead here. There goes the Maeve. Before it just jump scaring me. Okay, shouts out there to the Caspian, but yeah, max armor plating, I don't know if that actually makes sense. It's a Maeve, or I did see her for a second. I don't know if she's still just here. I guess that was the Vora. Sort of a little demonstration there for the damage on it. If you're super up close, the servers are cooked, they're not really showing it too well, but it does feel like you can spam it a ton. That was a Corvus ultimate. Yeah, shouts to the Caspian. Hello, enemy team. They're walking through the Corvus ult. I don't really know how to explain it. I'm going to throw the ultimate there and try and throw the Vivian back over. I guess Khan grab counters my grab. People still just stop firing into the emoji whenever she uses the Q, but yeah, she's gone. I'm trying to say that I think NA is a little bit more consistent if it's not broken at the moment, but when it is up, it's usually better than EU servers, I think, in general, and then the other ones I think are even worse. But I'm not 100% sure. The server scout for now, though, is different. It's changed. I don't really know how to explain why, but at least they're working, kind of. Does seem like we put in work in this one, though. Much more normal sort of game to what we had in that last one. There goes the emoji. Khan still died there. There's a Vora on me again. I forget that I can Q when I'm grabbing. We got the push, though, so it doesn't really matter. There is the 100%. I think we've got like 5 minutes left or something. Pretty good round one. We'll go for double armor plating again. I think that makes sense. The conclusion of what I was just trying to say, though, is if I'm in EU and the servers are just pretty much broken and unusable, trying to play in NA isn't necessarily better because I'm playing with like 200 ping guaranteed and it just feels really, really jank. But I think if you're in NA playing in NA, the server experience, when it's working, is mostly fine. If I'm wrong with that, please let me know. That was kind of what I was trying to say. That is as much as I'm going to yap about it, though, because at least now I can actually play a goddamn game with the other right click there. A little bit slow with that. They're all pushing on the right side. I'm going to just retreat back here and again try and play a little bit defensively. I also want to try and absorb a little bit of damage at least. Don't know where one of the people on our team is. I don't know how I got that little cheeky kill there on the Vivian, but sure, a little tap or two over there on the Maeve. I really wish I was a little bit more accurate. Those are some good headshots, though. Feels like it's kind of difficult sometimes when you're fully charged up on it. Hello, Marnie. I tried to get the shoot grab, but that combo isn't really working on him. It's because of the server staff. Usually that'd be kind of easy. I kind of jumped over there a little bit. Hello, Moji. Can we spam through? She's just going to play defensively. Going to go for the ultimate here. Maybe that'll catch somebody if they walk into it. I don't know really if I want to do that. I forget that I can even remount. Didn't remember that was a thing. Of course, I forgot about it. It's been a minute since I played Payload. Hello, Moji. There's a shot grab little combo. I think the reason I like it is just because it's a little bit more spammy and that works a little bit better for me. I don't have to be as accurate. I can be super up close and just kind of let the weapon go and sort of spam away with it and it works. That grab got countered there. And I'm not going to be able to throw it because it took forever. No one has resilience, so I don't get like the instant throw, which is kind of helpful sometimes. That's something I don't know if I've said in a different Omen video or not, and this video is just completely off the rails with my commentary. It's going all over the place, but if people have resilience, sometimes being able to insta throw them just to get the self-heal kind of going can kind of work into buy you just a tiny bit of time. It's still kind of annoying for them, especially now that it's got a tiny built-in cripple. Yeah, I don't know how to explain what I mean, but sometimes when people have got resilience, I go for the grab anyway just to get the self-heal going, and yeah, just other stuff. What am I saying? I don't know. This video is absolutely cooked, but I think it's appropriate considering I haven't made anything in like 3 or 4 days. Thought about making other videos on non-Paladin stuff, of course, but nothing really grabbed my attention enough that I felt like I wanted to, you know, sit down and yap about it, and luckily everything seems to be fine, and I would rather not make a video talking about how like Paladins is dead. I've tried my best to never do that so far in the history of the channel. I don't think I've made a video talking about like the state of Paladins, and I try and avoid it. I did it once ironically, but yeah, I really don't want to make that sort of video. Not that there's anything necessarily wrong with it, it's just not my sort of thing. Felt kind of appropriate, you know, I definitely could have made a video, and I really did think about it, sort of talking about how Paladins is dead, at least at the moment, because I wasn't even able to play a game, as I wanted to have 200 ping, but technically it was still playable. A little bit too clickbaity for me, even though it technically wasn't incorrect. Hello, Vora, I think I'm dead here. She's jumping around like crazy, going after Caspian, I suppose. I'm really not using the weapon particularly well, at least I'm playing decently compared to the last one, which was just terrible. That's an Amani Dragon. Get rid of the Vivian. There we go. Thanks, team. I'm just going to run over this way. I guess the Amani just deactivated or it got cleared. I don't know. Spam some shots. There we go. The delay is just crazy. Tried to get a bit of a combo there on the Vora. I guess if she jumps out of it or does something, I still get the heal, which is kind of surprising. For some reason, I knew that already, but didn't remember it. Like the fact that if somebody gets out of your grab, it still triggers the heal card, which is why it's worth running. I don't see people actually use the card too much, but for me, being able to get like a 275 heal, if they die or something, it triggers 3 times. It's pretty nice. Definitely a pretty decent heal. Nothing too crazy, but especially when you're like in between fights, like if I grab the Moji here and hide, I will get the heal without the cauterize on it, at least, you know, a tick or two, which is why I think it works. We're going to go for the ultimate because the game's pretty much over. I don't know why I'm saving it so much. Omen ult feels like it gens maybe a little bit too quick. It is kind of like a Genos ult sort of thing where it's really easy to just completely get nothing with it, but it does lock off an area, and yeah, the gen on it is kind of just ridiculously fast now. I don't know if that's just a me thing, but I feel like Omen's ult gens insanely quick compared to how good it is, sort of compared to other abilities or ultimates that are sort of similar for other characters. I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever, but I like Omen a lot at the moment. He's definitely grown on me over like the past year, because originally I didn't really like the idea of Echo characters, I don't think, too much, even though I was fine with them. I think it was cool. Didn't really have the same opinions I do now, where I really do like that Omen is kind of just like a more damage-tuned Genos, especially when you play them the way I played both those characters, which goes back sort of to what I was talking about with Moji in a different video. But there are these stats for game 2. Super happy with that. I played really jank at the start and game 1 was a mess, but when I warmed up and got used to yapping and playing at the same time, it was fine. 28, 300k. Super happy with that. Props to the team. The normal way I sort of play him was, I guess, demonstrated there. It's kind of hard for me to say. I don't really like his talent selection at the moment. Overall, I don't think Everyone Dies is that great, even though it can work. I don't know if we really got a benefit from it there. Umbral, like I said, isn't my sort of thing, but I think it works for other people. And the extra 3 seconds you get on the other talent for the right clicks, I don't know if I love it. The talents I think could be way better than where they are at the moment, and the build, you know, too, could have a bunch more interesting stuff. But yeah, there are the stats. I'm not going to go through them. I feel like I've yapped already quite a bit in this video, so I'm just going to cut it here. Definitely let me know, like I said, your thoughts down in the comments with Paladins over the last couple of days. I really do want to hear them, depending on your region as well, assuming, you know, you don't want to put it down there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys all very, very soon. And as always, stay frosty.